Hi everyone! Welcome back to the React ChatBotify tutorial series. In this session, we're going to integrate an easy-to-use chatbot with OpenAI using the official LLM connector plugin. We'll explore two integration methods. First, a direct connection to OpenAI's API, which is great for development and quick testing. Second, we'll set up a proxy connection, recommended when moving to production environments. Let's jump right in. Here, I've prepared a basic React project with React ChatBotify already installed. To connect with OpenAI, we'll utilize the LLM connector plugin. So let's start by installing it. Great! Now let's import and initialize the plugin quickly. Although this plugin provides 3 default providers out of the box, we're specifically integrating with OpenAI, so we'll bring in the OpenAI provider. Before configuring the provider, let's define a simple conversation flow. We'll begin with a friendly greeting message, followed by an auto transition to the LLM block. This is where our interactions with OpenAI will take place. Next, let's take a quick look at the plugin's documentation for details on configuring the OpenAI provider. There's a handy example provided for browser-based LLM integrations, which we'll use as our starting point. However, we need to switch the provided web LLM with the OpenAI provider. Let's revisit the documentation to ensure we get the OpenAI-specific configurations right. Here, a basic snippet for direct connection mode is available. Although it mentions that direct mode isn't ideal for production scenarios, it's perfect for our initial tests, so we'll use it now. For direct mode, you'll need an API key. I've already set up my OpenAI API key in advance, so I'll add it quickly here. Also, since our project uses TypeScript, remember to add typecasting to the LLM connector attribute to avoid any type issues. Let's run our chatbot and test it out. Awesome! It's working perfectly. While this direct setup is convenient for testing, it's not suitable for production due to security concerns around API keys being exposed in the client. To mitigate this risk, let's switch to proxy mode, the recommended production setting. We'll refer back to the OpenAI provider documentation to review necessary configuration changes. We'll start by changing our connection mode from direct to proxy. Additionally, we'll need to include the base URL parameter. Thankfully, these are the only major changes we need. In proxy mode, we no longer require the API key, so we'll remove it entirely and instead configure the base URL parameter. The base URL should point to a back-end proxy server that is fully compatible with OpenAI. For this tutorial, I've already set up a simple back-end proxy server using the lightweight LLM proxy project currently running on port 8000. Let's quickly verify the server is working by opening the Swagger documentation page and testing one of the API endpoints. Great! The server responded perfectly. If you'd like to try out this same proxy setup yourself, you'll find links to the project and detailed instructions in the video description. Returning to our React project, let's update the URL to point to our proxy server for OpenAI. Let's quickly double-check our configurations to ensure accuracy. Looks good! With everything configured, let's test the chatbot again. Wonderful! As expected, the responses are being returned via our proxy, This setup provides a basic integration, but there are plenty more customizations and advanced settings available for the OpenAI provider. Feel free to experiment and explore these further. For additional guides covering other LLM providers like browser-based models or alternatives, check out our other tutorial videos. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.